So does a common currency require joint liability, and who's going to pay the price? Well, let's discuss these questions with Horst Löchel, Professor of Economics at the Frankfurt School of Finance and Management. Welcome to our show. Obviously, the first question has to be, is it payback time for Germany?
I don't think it's payback time for Germany, although, of course, Germany has a lot of benefits of the euro, so the country should have an interest that the euro will survive.
But, I mean, do you sympathize with the outrage that we have here in Germany, especially? Quite a number of economists have joined forces to protest the idea of a European banking union and joint liability. Where do you stand in this?
I'm not really happy with this kind of opinions. I think we have a monetary union, so we should have, at the end of the day, also a banking union. Of course, we need time. We have to start with the first step, and the first step is, of course, to set up a European banking supervision authority here in Germany, and the rest, let's see.
But what about joint liability? Does this mean that, like, German taxpayers, people here in Germany or in other countries have to pay with their savings, perhaps? Are they safe?
No, I think there's two questions. First of all, I don't think much will change for the savers. This depends on the standards, and I don't think the standards of a European banking supervisory authority and a deposit insurance system will be different, for example, to the standards we have now, for example, here in Germany. The problem is a little bit distribution. That means, for example, if banks in the south of Europe get in trouble, then, of course, there is a kind of a transfer of money of the north to the south. But anyway, this is normal, let's say, in this kind of banking union or European Union. Okay,
let's stick with this European banking supervision idea as well, because supervision doesn't always work. We have this latest Barclays fixing scandal. The CEO, Bob Diamond, which we've just seen here, had to resign over the scandal at a parliamentary hearing in London. He said that the bank's executives believed the Bank of England approved of the strategy. Now, true or not, certainly it raises more questions about the current state of financial supervision. Now, what role do you think could the European Central Bank play here?
I think the European Central Bank should play a very important role in banking supervision in Europe, because she has the know-how. She's dealing all the days with the bank by providing money to these banks, so this should play an important role. On the other side, I think we need a separate authority for banking supervision in Europe, because the ECB already has to do a lot of things, so better to have a separate institution. But anyway, the ECB should be very strongly involved.
And this separate institution, for example, should that supervise all the banks? So we're talking about an awful lot here. Yeah. Or is it enough just to keep an eye on those so-called system-relevant banks?
I think so. I mean, we have in Europe around a little bit more than 20 system-relevant banks who are really big banks. I think first of all, the European Supervision Authority should take care on these banks, and later we will see how it works.
Horst Löchel, thank you very much for joining us today.
Okay.